Yes, anyone call pest control?
Yes, there's a rat in my room.
Rian, who is that?
Pest control, ma'am. Show me where the room's at. Upstairs in the front room. Let's go. Yeah, man, unfortunately, there's been a lot of rats around here, man. Where's the room at?
Right there.
All right, I'm gonna need you to step to the side.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, really step back.
Y'all thought I was finished? When I wrote the ass tomorrow, y'all thought it was...
Mic off.
Ramp with me. Come on! Me say, me shot pussy one people to fun. Who want to test me? Come on!
All rats gotta die though. In New York, Quad Studios getting high though. Off that sour diesel and that hydro. This nigga take a L every time he go viral. Welcome to the West, and this ain't the life of Pablo. Stay on that bullshit, it's gonna start to feel like Chicago. Keep it 100, you Nicki Minaj sideshow. Still chasing dreams, I made dreams in 05 though. Riding round, 10 Cam Newtons in the Tahoe. And when we touch down, everybody catch a spiral. Dressed in all black like the Panthers. We sing your sway freestyle, O'Malley ain't the answer.
You ain't dead! You ain't dead, nigga! You ain't dead, nigga! Nigga! What the?
Niggas ain't got the answer me. You should've went got AI like beans at rehab. Yeah, take beans back to rehab on Instagram, looking like a motherfucking beanbag. Flying through Philly on them walkie sticks. Puck ass nigga, I beat you with a hockey stick. The nigga Hov gave you the game, you ain't soak it. You was supposed to throw up the rock, not smoke it. Talking you gon' be in LA in 3 hours. It's a 5-hour flight. Put this bum in the shower, pussy. I'm not a rookie, Aki. Don't push me, scrap. Ninja Turtles, niggas running with a rat. Now top, tell them how you copping, please on the jack. Fuck running in the game, you gon' be running in the whack. You jump Quinn Miller and now you don't scrap. It was time to go at Drizzy and now you don't rap. Ask your bitch, she know I bees in the trap. You gotta move out of LA, I'll put them bees on your back. And Barbie keep a thumb in your butt. That Ken doll love getting fucked. Hide behind your niggas, you ain't got the guts. Riding dirt bikes with your ass on some nuts. Now you can pop a willy to that. I went from B-More to New York to Philly and back. It's a lot of cheese at stake, this nigga really a rat. I fuck with Philly, but this nigga make y'all city look whack. And that's on Pyro, yeah, I put the P on that hat. You get hit with the eagle, roll a Philly to that. Now tell the world how you got your bitch. You FaceTime Nicki while Safari was fucking a chick. You ain't shit but a rat to me, a snake that don't rattle me. Little homie won't scrap with me, time to body its faculty. I'm in traffic, be bumping this old Cassidy. Misha's another casualty, fucking with me a tragedy. The louder you scream, the whacker the verse. I put that dick chaser logo on the back of your hearse. They say the meat shall inherit the earth, so I went and dug your ass up, cause Drizzy buried you first. And why you trying to pick on Wale? You told me that you don't fuck with Rose. And why G can't give you a pass? I add 20 to your 40s, put the 60s on your ass. And don't try to wind to the drapes. You not the Rams, don't come back to LA. Fuck around and catch a Uber.
What's going on, Maverick Born? What's going on, everybody?
Sweeper with a K. Nigga, this is Tupac mixed with the old goo-wop. 15 years, 30 mil, nigga, who flop? One good song, but you ain't got a classic yet. Bought your first album, ain't took it out the plastic yet. Moved from Philly to LA and think he Fresh Prince. Sean Kingston got robbed and now you niggas best friends.
Y'all come on in and hit that like button for me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all I got. Y'all trying to black. They're trying to black me out, dog.
Fuck ass nigga.
Trying to black me out, dog.
And cut your mama mustache, nigga. Fuck your sister while you watch, cause she kinda thick. And make that bitch take a knee like Colin Kaepernick. Now back to Squeak Millie. Mickey Mouse, you gon' fuck around, get tied up inside Nicki house. I got essays on Beaumont, posted like cousins. Waiting for the word to pump it up like Joe Buttons. Thou shalt not fuck with Chuck, palms are stuck. Fold you up in boxes on mine cups. Louis sweat, arm and tuck. Night, night, use that pillow like a silencer. From dawn to dusk, get at me. You niggas gon' see me in gloves or see me in clubs with summer 16 in the snub, lying on the internet like you ain't talking to 12. Got the cops at my door like they dropping off mail, and I seen that fake paperwork on double XL. Rat niggas shoot through walls and leave you in cells. Before you see me in jail, you will see me in hell. You ain't got the whole Philly, it's just me by myself. I could've went and got Kendrick, went and got Snoop, went and got Nipsey, J-Rock, Boy Q. Could've went and got his 40, brought Ice Cube back, and had Dr. Dre screaming Meek Mill's a rat. It's a rat. Red khakis, red Cincinnati. I'ma see you in the streets, don't at me. You like a boat with a hole, you can't sail. Meek Mill, me and Drake gave you them 2 L's. When these rats start snitching, break them off. When these rats start snitching, break them off.
Pussy niggas, I don't. I got on gold headphones, gold chain, gold on my wrist. Aim. If you ain't getting money, boy, you lame. Hey, what you laughing at, man? You need to put your man on. You look bad. Tell that nigga to hit you with an something. You rat bastard.
All right, I did do something different, so we are using a different form of sound because I've been having issues with the sound when it comes down to playing stuff on a desktop. So I was on mute majority of the time when the music was playing. So I'm going to my cell phone real quick, and we're gonna get into the commentary. And I just want to test and see, you know what I'm saying, how it sounds from the phone. So that way, it may sound a little robotic for a second. Because I did put it in high definition. What's going on, 74? Thank you for that super chat. Thank you for that super chat.
On the phone, so that way it may sound a little robotic for a second.
All right, so what we have right now, I have we are in high definition sound, so I do have it where you can hear it really good. For some reason, the desktop sound is sounding kind of like robotically. It sounds like it's playing twice or something like that. So I got to find out what that issue is. So if I do play any videos throughout this live stream, just bear with me. All right, so what they're trying to do to the emperor of all sectors in the beef sector, because they can't handle Octavius Prime, there's been a campaign to black me out. Black Octavius out. Okay? Oh, I think I see what's going on. Okay, let me see. I know what the problem is. Okay. Matter of fact, let me try that again. So I found out the robotic issue. So let me just rewind this back real quick.
Keep a thumb in your butt. That Ken doll love getting fucked.
Okay.
Hide behind your niggas, you ain't got the guts. Riding dirt bikes with your ass on some.
All right, so we got it fixed. We got it fixed. All right. So that way, when I go live, whatever I play, if you got on headphones, you're going to hear Dolby Digital sound, and I also have DTS as well. So my music is going to be superb. So what it was doing, it was playing the Windows capture along with the desktop audio. So the desktop audio plays everything that is outside of the microphone. So I thought it was some echoing from my headset or whatever. So, but we're going to get into it though. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take this down real quick. So we finally figured that issue out. All right. So we're going to have clear sound moving forward, you know. So today what they was doing, thank you so much, 74, my friend from the Latrice Allen sector, for your for your support so much, so much, so much. And the truth is, I really consider you like one of my true friends from the internet. You know what I'm saying? I really do. And I appreciate you so much. All right, so let's get into it. So I was minding my own business. So VS Icon came back to the internet, and I guess she wanted to cause a stir. She wanted to be that girl. And in the beef sector, she has had a lot of people bowing down. She got a new spokesman, ZX, who just want to matter on the internet so bad. Like, he's been mentioning my name, saying I'm this master manipulator working behind the scenes with all these people. I'm the opposition and all of that to the beef sector. And the truth is, I'm just a titan. I'm a giant. And yeah, sometimes I go to sleep. Sometimes I could be extremely lazy and sleepy as a content creator. But when I actually get up and start moving, nobody is going to like stop me from when I want to move. Okay? And whatever I want to do on the internet, I'm going to do it. Okay? So I was minding my own business, and we had an issue with one of the moderators. So one of the moderators went rogue and went around trying to call me a child molester, even went as far as LGI, who used to be here, that same person that used to be up here talking about she got laptops, saying that I was on the phone confessing all of these type of weird accusations or whatever about my lust for children and all this kind of stuff. Went as far as made a fake Google article, and one of my friends, well, I can't say friends, but one of my co-patriots in the street sector, who I don't get along with that well, got the screenshot, but I wish that I had it myself because it was total slander. And there was this campaign within the beef sector by ZX, aka Grandpa Glitter Boots, in order for them to go to VS Icon's channel to do a tell-all about, I guess, these accusations and things like that that she was going to say about me. And also as far as saying I had a criminal record and I was a convicted child predator in the state of Florida, which is impossible because I couldn't even get on the internet if that was the case. I'd never been arrested. So when y'all saw that live yesterday, that was me responding to all the little slanderous campaigns that's been going on. And ZX is just so jealous because he has been part of the black sector for so many years. His internet presence has not mattered. He's always chasing behind some women on the internet. It's just, for example, so we have 74 here from the Latrice Allen sector. So if he could make an entrance to the Latrice Allen sector, and this is the reason why a lot of those guys can't make it over into those spaces, because they don't have no talent and they don't have the charisma of their own to just have anybody listen to them on their own. Okay? And they're always looking for somebody to kiss up to get put on. They're always looking for a mommy figure or some shit like that. As far as my disposition, it's never been like that. I'm not looking for a mommy figure. I may call somebody sister, friend, things like that. You know what I mean? We're equals. And that's it, and that's all. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a communist when it comes to that. Okay? So there's been this campaign in order to slander my name, and I had to come back and set the record straight the last time I was live to say, okay, VS got arrested for well, let's go with even ZX. ZX allegedly got arrested, and I got the screenshot. I actually found the screenshot of the person with his same name. He admitted that he lived in Virginia. So there's a man, you know what I'm saying, whose name starts with Devon, who was arrested for forceful sodomy, I think sometime in the late 2000s or late 90s, or early 2000s or late 90s. Forceful sodomy charges in the state of Virginia. Okay? And we also discussed Audio Pope. You know what I mean? And we already, just be done with that, done with him. He's just a toy soldier. He's clout chasing and shit like that. So I discuss all of these people real charges, what the white man downtown have on them. Like, okay, we know that VS went to jail for fighting a older lady, jumping on the older lady's back. Got kicked off the internet for 3 years and shit, part of her probation and things like that. Okay. And also there is a man who has the same name as ZX that went to jail for forceful sodomy. You know what I'm saying? Was charged with forceful sodomy. Okay. So somebody was in their home with their butt hurting and bleeding and called the police and said that somebody named Devon forced themselves inside their butthole, and they were calling the police on that very man. All right. So because I have such a clean character, and the fact that, you know, what they do every time they go live, it's a remix, it's a regurgitation of the same drags, the same reads. You know what I'm saying? These niggas are unfunny as fuck. They're boring, they're nasty, they're vulgar. You know what I mean? There are drags is that I'm going to ill you, I'm going to dox you, I'm going to have sex with you. You know, like we discussed about Audio Pope, how he's discussed how he but you like his reads or drags, or where he's talking about how he's going to have sex with, you know, somebody's daughter. Okay. Victor Moan, the mayor of Detroit, you know what I mean? And said some crazy things even about Ken's daughter, even though Ken Nola says crazy things about children in general. Y'all, I done beat that dead horse enough, so I'm not here to talk about Ken, but we're just talking about people with charges and people that have done crazy things on the internet. That's what we're here to talk about. And the fact that they had this campaign to besmirch my name, it failed. And then what they're trying to do is blacklist me, Octavius Prime, from, I guess, getting views and having an audience. I found that quite comical that these people think that they can black me out. Yeah, they are clout chasers, most definitely. That makes y'all like that too. They're clout chasers, most definitely. All right. So I'm just giving y'all the background before we get into it, the the meat and potatoes of the what I'm going to talk about. Hold on one second, y'all. I gotta fix something real quick.
Mic on. Mic off. Mic on.
Okay, everybody, I'm back. I'm back. Oh damn, I don't even have my damn thing up. Man, fuck. Let me do this. I don't even have my chat up. Scott Truth, what's going on? And Maverick Bourne, what's going on? All right, let me go ahead and pop out the chat real quick so I can get y'all on the stream. What's going on? We're getting people from all over that's coming through every night. And that's what they don't realize is that I'm getting like people from all over that's coming through. Enon, what's going on? How you doing? All right, so I'm back set up and everything like that. Sorry for that inconvenience, y'all. So I had to take care of something. So I'm gonna go back to the phone mic. All right, so we back. So all day, this man ZX has just been like this guy named ZX. So for those that don't know ZX, because a lot of y'all don't know who ZX is, His name is Grandpa Glitterbles. It's one of the most pathetic situations online with a black man that you ever want to see. So the man just turned 60 years old. He's extremely lonely. So what he do all day, he be online in the beef sector, and he goes around gossiping. He got all of my relationship. He talks about other people's relationship. Lately, he's been into Envy and R&Y's relationship. A guy named Envy and a woman named R&Y in their relationship. Basically saying Envy is not good enough for this woman named R&Y and things like that, while at the same time claiming that he's straight. So he has an obsession with men and women in relationships, and also gay men in relationships, and gay women in relationships. So he keeps up with relationships like some love and hip hop type of thing. So like if you're into a relationship like me and Kiki, my girlfriend Kiki, you know, he's all in it. He's every day he goes live talking about I'm 47 years old, 48 years old. I'm not 47. I'm not 48 years old at all. You know what I'm saying? I live with my mom, and I'm fat. I'm this. I'm that. You know what I'm saying? Say the same thing every day for the past 3 years about my relationship, and you know, and he has this dark obsession with me. So like I said, the guy had online, his online record is basically just tearing down women, getting into women's business. He done doxed multiple women that have HIV that confided in him with their sicknesses. Another situation where a woman confided in him, thought that, you know, he was like this father figure because he's older, he's 60 years old, where she said she was having issues with her vagina. She had some kind of like yeast infection, a vaginal issue or something like that. She thought she could confide in this old man, and what he was doing the whole time was recording her and put it out online. And he has also recorded multiple women in secret that did not know that they were on the phone being recorded by this weirdo. So lately, ZX has been on a rampage because VS Icon, who is back, you know what I'm saying? And we got to give credit to where credit's due. VS Icon has control over a large portion of what you would call the beef sector, the crowd per se. All right. And is waning. Is waning very, very drastically. The views are not as up as much as, you know what I'm saying, it could be. You go to other sectors, there's other women in it's the same age group in other spaces that are hitting 3,000 or 4,000 views on a bad day and in like 30 minutes, where she's going live with the entire beef sector in attendance and barely hitting 4,000, sometimes hitting 5,000 if she's there for at least 2.5 hours or better. Okay? So she struggles streaming, and that's not really the issue. The issue at hand is that for some strange reason, the beef sector believes that they always believe that whatever numbers I got in my channel or whatever, they always believe that Octavius was getting numbers based off the beef sector. Okay, I was getting numbers based off the beef sector, and you know, everybody from the beef sector, some kind of way, if I got a couple of thousand views, there's always been this envy, this jealousy about the views I get. Why aren't people not watching him? Things like that. And as you saw last night, and I was a lot more energetic. I'm a little more tired today. But last night, when I'm at my full energy and I hit the live button, you know, it's on and popping. It's like, fuck whatever they got going on in any sector. If Octavius live by his motherfucking self, you know what I'm saying? That shit gonna be fire, especially if I'm feeling a little energetic. Okay, so last night I was feeling a little energetic. But I did want to come live and talk to y'all. So after that live I did yesterday, and I showed that VS has been participating in criminal activity, you know what I'm saying, per listening to the AI, when it comes down to her admitting the fact that she has been around here porn bombing not just one video, not just one channel, but multiple videos, and multiple channels have been flagged, she admitted, in one of her live streams. And I have that recorded as well. Okay? So all this stuff has been documented about her criminal activity. And all of a sudden, since I reported on that, guess who's leaving the YouTube? Guess who's doing that outro tomorrow or sometime this weekend from YouTube? Oh, it's VS Icon who's leaving. So when I came around to the beef sector, because I don't be in the beef sector like that, like a lot of people think I do. So when I came around to the beef sector, we had people like King Roman, and you even had Lemon and some of the 2.0s that I didn't see back in 2024, and I didn't even see them in 2023 or 2022. I didn't see these people. I didn't see King Roman. I didn't. And I'm not trying to beat up on King Roman tonight, but what I'm trying to say is, when the pressure's on, where's your King Romans? Where's a lot of people that they held dear in the beef sector to just speak out on truth about what was happening to Lemon, just saying that it's wrong, that is fucked up what they're doing, and they're MIA. Everybody's MIA. Everybody got an excuse for why they're not online right now. Some people are Muslim. Some people doing Shahada. Some people are talking about Lent and all kind of shit like that. And they're just waiting on their personal Lord and Satan, you know what I'm saying, to leave at some point. You know what I'm saying? VS. They're just waiting on her to leave at some point because that's what she often does. Because lately she has done too much. She's done the most. Okay? So I think time is running out for her. Well, it's not even a matter of thinking. But as you see, Lemon has a little more pep in his step. I watched the last part of his live. He has a lot more pep in his step. He knows about the porn bumming that Jadon did. He knows that it was illegal. I told them months ago, about almost a year ago, when she did that was illegal with all kind of issues federally. Okay, when it comes down to hitting links, porn bombing, and all of that shit. Okay, so he already knew that was illegal, but just because it was VS, he was intimidated, he was scared. But they have done so much to this man's life. Everybody's called, like a lot of people in the beef sector and in the black sector. For example, ZX says that he's calling Lemon's apartment, I think Monday or some shit like that. So he's basically feeling like he's some kind of mob boss. And that's very dangerous because it shows that it's organized crime. And it shows that these people, VS, ZX, who are organizing this harassment against not just Lemon, but maybe a few others, you know what I'm saying, of question. For example, Mia has also been targeted as well by, you know what I'm saying, this coalition of people. They say the coalition or whatever, but they're a coalition of people. They're a group of people that are talking about doxing. Even today, even yesterday rather, less than 24 hours ago, VS last live, she said she said something about doxing in that very live. She even requested Audio Pope, her new toy soldier, to come out. And if he really ain't got nothing about Mia for some sexy photos or some text messages or some audios, some more audios or something juicy, she's basically done with Audio Pope. Okay? And like I told him in the first time I went live, I said, you was going to be thrown away in the first place. Like, I mean, nobody laughs with that lady. Nobody laughs with her. Okay? And, you know, so now he done showed his true colors, that he's a turncoat, you know what I'm saying? He a snake, you know what I'm saying? He's a scorpion, you know what I'm saying? He's a creeping thing or whatever. So a lot of people are going to be, if he do come around trying to be friendly, you know, look what he did to me. I saved the man's channel. The man wouldn't even be on YouTube if it wasn't for me. He wouldn't even have a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel he was talking shit on, I was the one that showed him how to do the copyright, that did the copyright counterclaim for him, and the broke motherfucker didn't even send me a cash app. They ain't send me shit. Alright? They ain't send me a fuck thing. Alright? But it had the nerve to talk about how broke I am and shit like that, but I provided a service for you, and basically You wouldn't even get an AdSense check if it wasn't for Octavius Prime, and you probably never really have. Your first video, his most popular video on his channel is him and VS together on the channel. 3,000 views. Right to this day, it's his most popular video where he's running me down, talking shit about me. Most popular video. Okay? So I doubt if he even got 3,000 views. I doubt if he his monetization or anything like that done kicked in where he even got a check as of yet. But I never got paid anything from the dude. Never. I ain't get shit. Okay? I got a promise, yeah, I'm gonna give you some money. I ain't get shit from the dude. Alright? I just say, okay, cool, whatever. I wasn't even feeling no kind of way about it. But at the end of the day, this is a person that got free service from me, and then at the very, very chance he could basically just switch out on me, he did. So this is the nature of a lot of the people, the content creators in the beef sector. I'm not here to dog walk the subscribers. The subscribers do what they want to do, but I would caution anybody from any other sector: do not be blinded by any of these weirdos. I'll say this about the subscribers from the beef sector. I'll say 80% of them are flip-floppy as fuck, and they love to be herded. They don't have a mind of their own, and they'll basically subscribe to your channel and see every notification on your channel and shit. And if it ain't something where you crashing out doing some basically some suicidal type of activity, you know what I'm saying, that YouTube doesn't allow, they are not in attendance. If you're not crashing out getting drunk, if you're not crashing out cussing your girlfriend out, your boyfriend out, or having some kind of domestic dispute or something like that, if you ain't one of the chosen ones, they're not coming to your channel. They're not coming to your channel. Okay? They don't even come like, okay, let me just go by and say hi to Octavius, I see you live. They don't even do that shit. Let me just hit the like button or share button, and I'm going to go ahead and just continue what I was doing. That's my homie or whatever the fuck. They don't do that shit. So when you see somebody like VS try to come into your sector or your space on the internet with her 500, 600 people, out of that 500, you might have 3 real niggas that will probably stay and subscribe and still like you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Audio learned that the other day. He tried going live on his own without his mama, VS. And what happened? He had 38 people in the chat. No one gave a fuck because they weren't ordered to go to his channel. Were they already subscribed to his channel? Yes, most definitely they were already subscribed to the channel. Okay? So when they talk about blacking Octavius out, it's like, nigga, do you forget the fact that I am incorporated in every other space on the fucking internet? And I'm on my backup page talking shit. I mean, ZS got shared out by VS and got a live that didn't even do 1,000 views. It didn't even do 1,000 views in the middle of the day. Like, she's sharing these people out and they're not even hitting 1,000. They're barely hitting 1,000. They need help to hit 1,000. Okay? Let's see what's up. Oh, what's going on, Charlene Bailey? What's good? Gaius, what's going on? Make sure everybody's, yeah. I mean, I just counted out the fact that, the dude audio was just a broke ass nigga. You know what I mean? Shit, I've been a broke ass nigga. So I get it. Sometimes you gotta say thank you, God, man. God bless you, bro. Bless you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Octavius been there. You know? You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the binary thing. I just want to say this about the binary guy. I don't even know binary like that. I talked to binary maybe 3 times his whole entire YouTube existence, in my entire YouTube existence. And VS and Grandpa Glitter Boots, ZX, are just like making the most of this whole thing. They're getting this man, basically, ZX is over there talking homosexual acts saying that Binary had to go to Octavius and do things with his mouth and all kinds of shit. And that shit was disgusting to me. I was like, my God. I'm like, why is this man even talking like that about this man Binary or whatever the fuck? But it goes to the point that ZX is jealous of Binary code. Binary comes from the Umar Johnson sector, and he has set up his shop in the beef sector. He's a fan favorite. In the morning, sometimes he'll have 300, 400 people in the chat. I'll say about 350 in the chat on average, or 250. You know what I'm saying? Over 200 on a daily basis early in the morning. And, you know, he kind of have a rivalry, I think, with YTC or whatever. And, I mean, they're both foreigners. You know what I'm saying? So both of them, they have their own way of doing things. But I'm going to be honest, I can listen to Binary a lot easier than I can YTC. You know, and that's just, I'm not even trying to dog walk nobody, but I'm just saying, like, you know, like, I mean, and to be honest, like, YTC needs to just put more emphasis in her word and speech. It sounds like she's like laying down and just talking shit. She's laying down with the phone next to her, and like, it just sounds like an AI talking, just flat. You know, no emphasis, no oof, nothing. Okay, and it's like, to me, there's been times where, hey, I didn't have to get up until a certain time. I got up early. I listened to YTC. I fell asleep. And I ain't bullshitting. I'm not even trying to dog walk her. I'm just telling you, like, I fell asleep and shit. And this is why a lot of the people in the B sector don't like me, because like, we had like 50 people in here like 2, 3 in the morning, right? And other night we had 70 people here. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get no shares or nothing like that. A lot of people came through. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say I got any shares from the B sector or whatever, but a lot of people would be in the clouds. I saw that, like, damn, I had like almost 75 people in the chat last night, and my chat wasn't moving for about a cool 20, 30 minutes of shit. So, I mean, I know y'all love me in secret. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I am the resistance. Where's King Roman? He's too busy trying to run for president in the B sector. And for the B sector content is because when I come back, I'm going to go somewhere. And I can't give y'all the exact date when I'm leaving, but in April, I'm going to get more back into my content. You know what I'm saying? I want to kind of like keep it consistent. You know, so that's why I'm not really like doing the other sector content, but I'm going to be doing street sector content. And, you know, I'll be looking a lot more into, you know, the Latrice Allen sector as well with 74. Be a lot more active over there. And I will disappear at some point when it comes to B sector content. But because it's so easy to do, and it's just me sitting over here joking and talking shit and just telling the truth, because none of these motherfuckers will. Because everybody trying to be friends and shit. Alright? Everybody trying to be friends. So let's get back to Binary. I don't want to lose track of that. So Binary, I haven't spoke to him in a while, and I haven't spoke to him even when I went to his channel that day. I think it was a troll. About 2 or 3 trolls got up under my comments, and my notifications kept going off on my phone. And I wasn't even over there watching Binary. All right. And I watch Binary from time to time, and some of his shows are pretty lit. I like it. I think I hit his link maybe 2 or 3 times the whole time that I've known him. And I don't know him that well. So I don't know him that well. And I know he had an issue with Mia. You know what I'm saying? He had an issue with Mia and Audio and Shakim, you know, and, you know, so, you know, that didn't stop me from being entertained by his entertainment if I found it entertaining. You know, I would drop down every blue moon, say hello, hit the like button, things like that. So it seems as if VS is so paranoid about the fact that me and Binary may be friends behind the scenes and we're working together and things like that, And I guess Binary hasn't went over to VS and completely kissed her ass. And so ZX was over there because he has totally kissed VS's ass. Okay, he has totally done that. He's like the #1 flunky, and he's feeling powerful. All right. And I did catch that part over there on Lemon's channel when he pulled up on Lemon, turned the camera on, looking old and mean and tired and stank, looking disabled and like he in total pain. He's hurting. He's miserable as fuck. And he had threatened Lemon, okay? But earlier that day, he was over there telling Binary that Binary needs to go over there and come over to VS's channel and denounce Octavius Prime, when me and Binary hasn't had any type of affiliation like that for him to denounce me. And it just goes to show that these people are completely fucking paranoid. Completely fucking insane. And they were trying to talk about me having my character as the emperor of all sectors and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's just a theme. It's a brand or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But they was over there talking about that. But I'm not out here telling my friends on the internet that they got to swear fealty and loyalty to the Emperor Octavius Prime, and you got to worship at the feet of Prime or something like that, or some goofy ass shit. And even when I do that, that's like something in the title to just sound like on some bullshit, you know what I'm saying, being facetious. But these motherfuckers really believe in their head that they're running shit on the fucking internet. And almost, and to the point that they're right now have organized themselves to be considered an online cyber gang committing federal crime, committing federal crimes, doxing, posting obscene nudity, things like that, cyber stalking, cyber harassment, using it with the use of a computer or a cell phone in that operation. So it's so much stuff that they're doing because they want to run the streets. And in the comedic sector, I guess called the beef sector or whatever, it's supposed to be a comedic sector, which them niggas are not funny. Okay, they're vulgar. They'll sit there and talk about how they want to ill you. They'll sit there and talk about how they want to rape you. Okay, in some cases, their reads about how they're going to rape you as a man or woman or whatever, or how they want to force themselves on you sexually. That is what they do, or as they say, and some of the people in the crowd find that shit funny. So, in a place of misfits and uncool motherfuckers, definitely Octavius Prime must be blacked out. Must be blacked out. But it's ineffective because even me over here talking shit about what I see and just talking shit about what I like, the facts of what is going on, it's just like, bro, like, y'all are stalking Lemon. ZX is over there bragging about how he's going to call Lemon's apartment complex and give him pressure, trying to be like his big sister or his master VS that did something similar the other day. Okay? Because I think what she didn't she call the apartment complex? And, gotta be accurate because she always trying to file a lawsuit on somebody, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all alleged, but she was over there doing all kinds of shit. She called about the dog. I did hear that about the dog. Called about the dog to see if the dog was licensed and did the dog got licensed to be in the apartment complex. So they was like doing all kinds of like weird ass shit. You know what I'm saying? With the intent of harassment. Because it started with VS porn bombing Lemon's channel. It falls under cyber stalking. Okay? And I think Lemon may be getting getting bold, and he might be wanting to do whatever. But I don't know. It's like it's difficult dealing with a person like a Lemon because Lemon ain't gonna stay the course, and he got too many bitch ass niggas and fuck niggas, that don't have a backbone, weak-kneed, jellyback motherfuckers that's gonna tell him to do everything to the contrary to keep the peace with that weirdo. You know what I'm saying? Who they call master or their personal lord and Satan in the beef sector. Okay. And the Satan worship over there in the beef sector is real. I'm over here basically letting you guys know. Y'all thought about Epstein. Y'all talk about Epstein, Donald Trump, and all the conspiracy shit. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the wildest places online where up is down, where down is up. Where a motherfucker could talk about their beef sector and shit like that. And then at the end of the day, even if you were here in 2018, they could still say that you wasn't beef sector. You've been here, you've been beef sector. They say you're not beef sector or whatever the fuck. You know, that's that whole little thing, that whole little scam, that whatever the fuck it is. But these people are weird as fuck. Like, they'll just sit there and they'll sit there and, like, for example, with the Gigi Darling shit, they basically sat there with Envy and was like, okay, Envy is a bad man. Envy pulled out a gun, and Envy threatened this old lady. And then because Envy was ashamed of the fact that it seems as if he had this phone relationship with this older woman in her mid-60s, and he's like 45, maybe 50 years old. He was ashamed of it. Now he got a younger girlfriend around about 45, 43 years old, or something like that. You know, that he's openly showing off on the internet. He's ashamed that he was on the phone, I guess, you know, getting it in with this older lady or whatever the fuck. So, but they made a whole thing about that. The man said, well, I don't know who Gigi Darling is. Basically telling him to fuck off. And then the fact that what VS did, she went over there and basically asked Gigi, do you have any receipts of Envy? And they made a whole storyline about Envy is a liar. Some of the people was over there calling him a predator, all kinds of shit. And all to come to find out that this old lady didn't have a fuck thing, no receipts of this man putting no gun out on her. They never met. You know what I'm saying? There was even no online altercation where he even pulled out a gun. And it's all bullshit. But the whole thing was to assassinate Envy's character because Envy's getting numbers on his own with his girlfriend, RNY. That's all that shit was. Oh, let me make sure I got something together. Hold on one second, guys. Said, what a spectacle it has become. Oh, your screen is showing double with the thing. Okay, well, what you're seeing is, because sometimes what you saying the screen showing double. All right, so what you're seeing is that, let me go ahead and pull that up there. I'll fix it for you, so that way it don't play no kind of like issues with you. But what you'll see is your comments on the stream. And I got the top chat on, so it's going to string out any kind of weird comments. So hold up. I'll fix it for you, buddy. I know what you're talking about. Alright, it's up there. So that way it won't cause any confusion. Y'all can hear me, right? Hit that like button for me. We got 56, 57 people in the chat. They done blacked me out. You know what I'm saying? But I can go live. You know what I'm saying? With all the people I got. I created a whole sector. You think the street sector ain't sitting there watching this? You know what I'm saying? You think the Latrice Allen sector ain't watching this? You think the black sector ain't watching this? You think, you know, me and Diva Tomboys are blacked out of the B sector commentary, and all of the people over there are like, hold on, y'all. It's getting tired for me, so I switched over to the regular headset. So I'm going to go ahead and kick back. That way I can go ahead and relax and talk to y'all a lot better. Sorry about that. So, yeah, so what they want from binary code, they want binary code to go ahead and denounce me. Okay? Binary, if you're listening, it's okay, denounce me. You know what I mean? It ain't worth going through the weirdo shit or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? We barely know each other, whatever. And yeah, did I help you get your monetization back? Of course I did. What did I get paid anything from it? I ain't get a fuck thing from you. You know what I'm saying? Another scenario like that, right? I didn't even get like, okay, here go $5, $20, none of that shit. It's cool. It's cool. That's why I'm going to the Caribbean in the next few days, and a lot of y'all are not. I'm going to the Caribbean. Be in the Caribbean. All right? So we're going to be in the Caribbean in the next few days. But I'm blessed. So God is blessing me in so many ways I can't even tell y'all. So God is blessing me in so many ways I can't even tell y'all. It's just the blessings I can't even tell you. You know, one day I will tell y'all. So far as binary goes, I think binary need to go ahead and just do what he got to do, denounce if that's what's needed to be done. And if he doesn't, that's cool as well. You know, he got to, if he want to maintain his sovereignty as being a man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing but respect for him. You know what I'm saying? Because I have done nothing but good to that guy. I'm not, when I helped him, I didn't ask for him to be my follower. I didn't ask for him to be an ass kisser of Octavius Prime. I'm not asking for him to humiliate himself or make himself to be less than a man. None of that. Anybody I've ever helped, you know what I'm saying? Ever helped. And I've done free work a lot for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't a big deal. And I'm not trying to say every time I help somebody, they gotta, you know, give me money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that, you know. But what I am saying is, as far as binary goes, as far as audio goes, and a lot of other people go, as far as my help, I have been nothing but good to them. I have been nothing but a influence of their prosperity only. Yeah, did I talk about audio on my last two lives? Of course I did, because he was talking about me. He was trying to make the assumption that I was some kind of weirdo. I'm into underage girls and all kind of weird ass shit because he was trying to please his personal Lord and Satan. You know what I'm saying? VS. He was trying to please her, you know, and I get it. But as far as him going to his channel every time he logs in, he got to understand that he wouldn't be able to log into his YouTube channel and have a channel, for one. For two, he wouldn't even be monetized. That's a whole nother thing. And the same thing with binary. Binary, every time he get that check, when he finna get that check, I think on Monday, Tuesday, whenever the check hit, he just got to understand that fuck what VS talking about, fuck what ZX is talking about. When you look at that check you got coming, binary, just understand that I gave you the game on how to maintain prosperity in your life. So if you feel it in your heart to denounce me, just understand, and I know that you're a doctor of religion or whatever it's supposed to be, but I understand that binary was a pastor at some point. But just understand that you called me up and I healed your situation. Now, if you stand up for yourself, will you lose certain people? Will you be harassed? Of course you will. That's your burden to carry. That's your thing that you gotta, your own conscience gotta kick in, because unlike Audio, Shakim, Ken, Mia, whoever else you done fell out with that have said things to you or about you or whatever, or you had back and forth, I've never had a back and forth with you because I don't know you that well. I've seen your shows. I enjoyed your shows. I hit your link maybe 3 times the whole time you've been around. And I probably dropped down your chat maybe 8 times the whole time that you've been around in these spaces. So it's on you to make that decision for yourself, you know, as far as your own consciousness. But understand that this is a spiritual thing. when you make that choice of denouncing me. Because this month, those memberships that you have in abundance in your chat, it wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Octavius. If it wasn't for God putting the wisdom in Octavius Prime to impart to you, you wouldn't be able to have that extra little money to put in your tank, feed your children, or whatever. So understand that these people are satanic. These people don't believe in God. These people are forsaking God. Not to mention, the woman in question that they want you to ask is that they want you to humiliate yourself to is a lesbian and has allegedly during DC Gate put a mouth on a stud's vagina and had blood in her mouth. Now, if you're a doctor of religion, in the Old Testament it say anyone that drinketh blood shall never see the kingdom of heaven. Okay? So if you want to go and worship that demon for your own prosperity for a short time, go ahead and do so. But at the end of the day, I won't feel any kind of way about what choice you make. Because it wasn't just me that helped that situation. Because I'm pretty sure as a religious man, you prayed. You prayed. And a prophet of God, because I was a prophet at that point, and I came to you and said, okay, this is how you heal that situation, brother. I tell you, don't look to the left, don't look to the right, stay centered on this. And as an educated man, I knew you knew the mission. You performed it, you got it, you gave me thanks, and I'm proud of that. The fact that you as a black man, I know at the same time, you as a black man, and I know you get picked on for being half Asian and things like that, whatever. But you still, when I see you, I still see a black man. I see a mixed race man, but I see black in you, I see Asian in you, and you're your own unique person or whatever. I don't have a problem with it. I never came out and spoke one evil word towards binary code, ever. And I appreciate the hesitation for you to rush to the bullshit. I appreciate you not rushing to being a fuck nigga like 99% of these men out here that ain't shit, because most of them are already getting fucked by niggas. You're a family man. I don't see that on you. I don't see you as a gay man. I don't see you as a weak motherfucker like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'll just say, okay, I just understand that you got to do what's best for you as far as how you want to do that. You got to serve your own conscience at that time. I'm not saying I'm God. I'm not saying I'm an angel. I'm not even saying I'm a prophet or anything like that. But at the end of the day, this is all about energy. This is all about, okay, audio, what he did. Now, the virtual Satan or his personal Lord and Satan, vs. Christ, has told him that, okay, basically, if you can't come out and basically dox the shit out of Mia and expose all of her text messages and show sexy photos, basically showing it busted open photos. Because I don't know if in private conversations or private StreamYard links, maybe you alluded to that this girl was doing way more than you made BS believe, or one of those demons believe that she was doing way more than what she was doing in reality with you because of your own ego. And now she wants you to do a show and tell about what you've been telling her, that this woman been choosing up on you and you got these sexy photos. Okay? And then the conversation about me and Mia. Okay, that's been coming up. Mia reached out to me about, or I think around about May. I think it was like May of this year, and said that she wanted to start a channel. Mia Magical is definitely from the street sector. She wasn't over there with Sonny, and she wasn't over there with Ken. She came through the street sector. Came through the street sector through Cut to the Chase, adults. And then she started moving around after that. Okay? She came from Chase channel. Chase is not street sector, but she came in through the street sector content that Chase was doing. And she started following other people. Okay? When she saw that me and Lemon got into it last year on January, that's when she started finding out about the beef sector, watching me. I know there's been a lot of things that's been convoluted and all that kind of shit about her origin stories, but before audio and everybody else knew her or whatever on the back end, she was the first. She reached out to me first. I didn't know the chick from Eve. You know what I'm saying? And how I know is because when I went to her Instagram, you can see the adults are on the Instagram page. You can see Chase right there on Instagram because Chase is very active on Instagram. They're under her comments on Instagram. And they're dating back in 2024 and shit like that. Okay? So I said, okay, yeah, she's been around. So it's receipts on where she comes from. Okay? So I know there's like, you know, she may not want me to, I'm just saying, that's why I know she comes from the street sector. She comes from the street sector storylines and shit. You know what I mean? As a subscriber. Okay? So she was a subscriber. She had her own little channel with her daughter and things like that. I think she hit that. Yeah, she did hit that. She hit it when she started coming around. And the whole thing is about she wanted to start doing things as far as content. I talk to women all the time about content and content creation. We got 74 here. And even also, we even work together with the Imagineer situation and things like that. You know what I mean? And copyrights and things and all that. But I said, okay, cool. At that time, I saw some pictures of Mia, but I didn't. The first time I actually seen Mia on camera was like everybody else. That was my first time seeing her on camera. Okay? You know, she was a younger, cute woman and things like that. But like a lot of people that hit me up, like Toshma from the mommy sector hit me up. We had conversations about YouTube, copyright, and we had like a few conversations about business. You know what I'm saying? Business. It talks about some people what's going on in the sector, stuff like that. But it was nothing like I'm trying to say make her my goal or whatever the fuck, and you know all this other shit. Now anybody that be on my Instagram, now the Instagram thing, she talked about it on her live months ago, and she talked about it when she said some things to Lemon and about Lemon, and she said some things about me. What audio wasn't getting was the chick was just trying to choose up on audio. She liked audio. I don't think nobody would doubt that. She was crushing on audio. You know what I'm saying? Remember the Vegas trip? They're supposed to get together to go to the Vegas and things like that. Now, the dynamics with audio in the relationship, what audio wasn't telling y'all, is that she still would call me time to time saying that she's getting herself ready to start to do her channel. This is before the audio thing was even a thing. But this is why her and audio were still friends and shit like that. Or whatever, right? So I'm like, cool. You know what I mean? Cool. So Mia ain't been nothing but cool with me. If she called me on the back end and things like that, we might briefly talk about some YouTube stuff, but she's more telling me about how she want to get started with her channel and things like that, which is something that I told her, I said, listen, and y'all actually heard me say the same thing on the live stream. It's like the conversations can go live. You know what I mean? But I did live streams with her. It's the same conversation. I was just like, okay, you're still younger. You know what I mean? You got younger. And I even talked about another content creator that's around her age. You know what I'm saying? A lighter skinned girl named Pretty Jai. And I said, she don't know nothing about no sector. She getting hella money, things like that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have it like easy peasy or whatever, this is the path that you probably, you know what I'm saying, you want to go down. Similar to the same thing I was going to do, the same thing I did for Sunny when she had the 50-some thousand subscribers. That was the plan I had for Mia. You know what I'm saying? And as far as anybody around here, Sunny was the one getting 150,000 subscribers based off not no news shit, nothing of that shit. Sunny was getting hella views based off the algorithm. I know how to get a woman popping in the algorithm, especially if they're younger and got some attraction about them. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how social media is. You know what I'm saying? It's harder for men. It's 10 times harder for men. You know what I'm saying? And for women, it's a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? But if you are younger as a woman, it's going to be even more easier because of the Instagram craze and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was the conversations that we were having in general. And it was for her to be her own independent YouTuber. And I told her, I said, this was going to, at some point, this whole situation with all these people and all these personalities, they're all fuck niggas. And I told her, I told her back then, Audio, I said, Audio's a fuck nigga. Audio's going to sell you down the river one day. I can feel it. You know? I can feel it. I said, yo, I'm like, I said, Audio's going to come out. I said, I don't know. I'm like, he's in that beef sector shit. He enjoy that shit. You know what I mean? I said, just be careful, man. Do not, like, if you fucking around with these niggas online, if y'all talking, that's cool. But don't have your ass out here looking stupid with no news with these niggas and shit like that. That was my warning to her because I just know how these spaces get down and these niggas will do anything for clout. Okay? Because like these a lot of these niggas are failed rappers. Like Audio's a failed rapper. Okay? He still got dreams of making it big, being a millionaire as a rapper. Okay? You know, with that California, you know, goofy ass, nasally ass shit he got going on. Okay? So that's like our friendship that was behind the scenes. It was like got 74 in the chat. It was business. It was business. And it mixed in with friendship to a certain degree, you know, business mixed with friendship. And like I said, I'm more friends with 74, you know what I'm saying, than any other content creator that y'all know, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes. And like I haven't talked to 74 in like a couple of months. You know what I'm saying? About a month or two. You know what I'm saying? On the phone. But like, you know, I kick it, you know, I talk to people and things like that. You know what I mean? I'm a sociable person. So Audio, he went out there, he showed something that was already addressed with me and Mia. Mia did live streams explaining the situation. And okay, what he exposed was messy and shit, but she was just trying to choose up on a nigga. They in the same age group and shit. You know what I'm saying? She thought she had a nigga that she wanted. Basically saying, fuck Octavius, I'm your one and only type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even take the shit personal because I already know this chick trying to choose up on a nigga. They had plans of going out. In her head, she thinks she going out to meet this nigga in Las Vegas, doing the Vegas trip and all that shit that never came to fruition. He didn't come, she didn't come, or whatever. Hell, Limit didn't even go to his own vacation. So everything fell flat. But my only master plan for Mia was for her to be her own independent woman on the internet, if anything. Because I already know that the B sector, how they treated Kiki and treat Kiki because of her attraction and how she looks and her lifestyle. They hate women with motion. They hate women with motion. If you're a middle class working black woman, if you go to the beef sector, they find out you have a job and you have a home and you have a nice car that's like, you know what I'm saying, have a nice car, them hoes are going to fucking hate your guts there. Majority of them. Okay? They only want to love you if you're sending out donations and shit. Super chats or whatever the fuck. And then what they want to do when you start doing that shit, they create this cult mentality, what you're seeing, the blackout and all that goofy ass shit when it came to the VS and all that. They only want to do that shit is because the motherfuckers want to hoard the fucking people that are working class people, have them in the check. So you beef sector, you beef sector, you beef sector. And you know what? Kiki was one of those people that was donating heavy in the original beef sector. She started coming out becoming a content creator and donating at the same time. But they wanted her to know her place. And these bitches get jealous as fuck about motherfuckers that got that upperly mobile. Okay? But if you are donating in the B sector, what happens is you get a moderator stick, you're their moderator, all that shit, and they barely want to see your ass go to any other chats. You got to get authorization to go to other chats because they want to make sure that the money stays within their vicinity and shit like that. Okay, they want to hoard you. Okay, so if you're a middle class African American woman that got a job and you can afford this, okay, like hit a nigga with a donation of like $50, you ain't gonna miss that 50. They don't want you to be a content creator. No, they want your ass to be a fucking donor, and they're gonna watch over your ass like a fucking hawk. Okay, so that's part of the issues and shit. But I told Mia, I was like, okay, you're not a bad looking girl. No, she cammed up before. I say, you're not a bad looking girl. You cute. You're young. You could use that on social media. You could basically go live, talk about any type of subject and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the setting she had, it was nice. You know what I'm saying? And if she went live talking about something, it's ways to get the general YouTube to come to your channel just to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? And then you can just take the baton. You can go from there. After that, if she got the game and, she got the game from me and she went on ahead and just ran off and did whatever she did and just say, hey, come back round, say hello, Octavius, thank you, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Give me like an old coach or some shit, give me a pat on the back. That's my coach from high school type shit. Now I'm doing professional shit. You know what I mean? And you Michael Jordan out there doing your shit, getting 300,000-400,000 views or whatever. If you could do that, I'm not gonna be right there trying to lord over you to see, you know what I'm saying, I own you and shit like that. I would brag about one of my people that I helped put on success, of course. But that's as much as I'll do. But these motherfuckers want your ass to fucking worship them. These motherfuckers, VS said that why she hasn't come to my channel to suck my dick. That's what she said to Mia. That's what she said about Mia. And this is a woman, and then I got your docs report, Mia. This is a woman that doesn't know VS, never spoke to VS a day in her motherfucking life. And to this day, they still haven't spoke. But VS has had this obsession with this girl. I don't know. I think she want to eat her. Okay? I don't know. VS is a lesbian. So I don't know. Maybe she been, I don't know. But yeah, she probably want to eat that girl. She probably want to eat that chocolate. Shit. Talking about what all the niggas on the back end probably saying and doing and shit. But it seems like VS wants some back end attention her goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? For real. Old ass chick want that young girl. Okay. But I think that's what's going on with that. I think that's the issue with that. But like ZX is making this whole thing about me being on the back end, the puppet master, Mia, or whatever the fuck. And I don't have no problems with Mia, even after that stuff originally came out. With Audia, she called me personally, apologized or whatever, and I told her that was some messy ass shit, you know what I'm saying? But ever since, she been on the up and up with a nigga, so it's all good, you know? It's all good. And I haven't talked to her in a minute. You know what I mean? She going through whatever she's going through. And like with audio, audio, it's like, I'm not even to talk to audio like he's an equal, but the girl called me and confided some personal things in me that I think went, you know what I'm saying? I told her, I said, hey, do not reveal this type of stuff to anybody early on. So I know more about some of the things that she has dealt with, you know what I mean? And I never come out here and be a bitch ass nigga to tell it. And I can guarantee you I know more about Mia got going on than probably anybody. But I ain't never coming out here to say a fuck thing about that lady because I don't have no issues with her. And if I did have issues with her, I'm not a bitch ass nigga on my own word and integrity. I wouldn't come out there and say what she was going through and what the things, some of the things she has confided when we did talk about business or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if I was a puppet master, what am I doing? Telling her not to go live? Telling her not come to the internet? I mean, if she's not doing that, I think like what she's doing is probably the smartest thing anybody could do with you weird ass niggas is just not saying a fuck thing and let y'all speculate and talk y'all own shit. You know what I mean? In my opinion. But ZX been over there dragging a girl, calling all kind of whores and sluts, and she'll get a man ill out here in these streets and shit. You know what I mean? BS still wants the girl docs, want audio. If audio had any news, put the girl nudes out. All this kind of weird ass shit. They keep mentioning my name that I'm the puppet master over this girl. I'm the puppet master over binary, and I don't even know binary that deep. I spoke to binary maybe 3 times in my life. I think I've been to his channel twice, and the last time was to talk about the monetization. So, like I said, like VS is obsessed, and also I think the walls are closing in. And yeah, did I pop her the other day when it comes down to her doing all this criminal shit online? Of course I did. Of course I fucking did. You think them niggas, the coalition or whoever, they weren't watching me talk about that raggedy ass bitch? The coalition is probably the first motherfuckers to come hit the like button. Okay? As a matter of fact, y'all hit the like button. Now we got VF saying that she's leaving the internet for a while. She finna do her exit thing or whatever the fuck. Right after we done found out, I exposed y'all niggas that what the fuck she did. And I actually have the evidence, you know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, she could be in big ass trouble in the state of motherfucking Virginia. So her only thing, because she done had all these people, all her friends done got together, like her friends, Queen 88, and motherfucking Judge Fifi. And y'all in the trees out of the sector know who the motherfuckers are. Okay? Especially Fifi. Doxed me. And when I was being doxed that day, guess who dropped down in chat? It wasn't online. It was on a sabbatical and shit. VS. About 6-7 months ago. About 8 months ago now. 8 or 9. She dropped down when she on her sabbatical and going through all kind of issues with her womb, fucking her the fuck up. Because she had all these monster ass fibroids or whatever the fuck going on. And she was fucked up behind that. So I heard she done got everything removed or whatever, but I digress. But still, in her pain and her travail, she decided, Uzi bleeding and everything, and in pain. On pain medication, probably on some all kinds of pain medication, muscle relaxers, anti-inflammatory medication, all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speculating. This motherfucker found the time to go and congratulate Judge Fifi for doxing me. Doing that weird ass shit. And then what they find out is like, nigga, y'all done did too fucking much. Y'all done called the goddamn police. And I know I sound like a robot when I say, y'all done called the motherfucking police so goddamn much to the point that the police are investigating you niggas. I'm pretty sure when I did that little shit yesterday, niggas was calling police on me. They probably call the police every other fucking day on me. They were doing this shit every fucking day. Bitches was out there put out where I live and said call ACS on my mom. But my mom blood work just came back the other day. My mom blood work probably better than the 99% of you niggas. My mom is not disabled. My mom's traveling to this very day at her older age, go around doing public speaking and some more shit. Fuck you talking about? So they did all that doxing and shit, all the weirdo shit, stalking and shit. You know what I mean? All that bullshit has failed. So what they want to do at the end is black Octavius Prime out. And then at the same time, they know, okay, you do too fucking much. I recognize that you niggas are snitches that do all that shit. That you're gonna like, oh, I'm gonna go and dox Octavius' home and shit. Well, I'm gonna call the FBI. I'm doing IC3C report. When I do this shit now, you know what comes second? You know, like LGI got that fucking bullshit. That little, I guess that thing up there. One of a place where I used to live or I lived or whatever. Oh, I reported that shit to the FBI. Damn sure fucking did. I filled out a whole. I don't even give a fuck about a privacy complaint on YouTube. If you fuck with my shit, you're a snitch ass motherfucker. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be a snitch ass motherfucker and report you to my local police department cyber crimes unit. I'm gonna report you to the cyber crime unit, and then I'm gonna go to the FBI and report you as the IC3C. Cause I don't fuck with y'all shit. I don't give a fuck where you live. I don't give a fuck who you fucking. I don't give a fuck about your kids. I don't look for you people's kids. I don't talk about you people's kids. I ain't in your life. So this whole shit got reunited with me and VS, where she's claiming the victim. Same thing with Audio. Audio was over there, took my Instagram photo, my Instagram replies, tried to weaponize it against me. I was like, and the majority of the stuff, I think only the things that he showed was a girl named India Spice, who's an Instagram model. I didn't even know she was an OnlyFans model as well. And yeah, she was doing some freaky shit. I'm a man. I commented on that shit. I said thickness overload. That's all I put up under the shit. Every other person had their clothes on. Every other female he showed had their clothes on. And he had to stretch out their bodies and everything like that to try to like just show their faces or whatever the fuck, to try to make it seem like there was like some little teeny boppers or whatever the fuck. And kept using words about liking underage girls. That's defamation, motherfucker. And even that whole live that he did set up there and did with VS on his channel. Now mind you, when the bitch go to your channel, that's when she'll go to your channel because she know about the Tasha K shit with Star Marie. You know what I mean? My friend Star Marie. So she know about the Tasha K Star Marie scenario because Star was on Tasha K channel, but Tasha K started doing other shit outside of the interview with Star Marie. Originally, the lawsuit with, and I know this for a fact, I was on the phone with Tasha K and Star about all that time that shit was going on. I knew Tasha K very intimately for a little while back then in 2018. You know what I'm saying? And the whole, because of Star, because she had Star phone number and all that shit. But around the time when Cardi put out their lawsuits, the lawsuits were for, it was both supposed to be $75,000 lawsuits for Star Marie and Tasha K. That was the original amount, was $75,000. Then they boosted it up over time. You know what I'm saying? But they dropped the case against Star. And it was for other reasons they dropped the case. Because it's a video that came out with the Star Marie story where Cardi B lied, saying that she didn't know who Star Marie was. And then in one video, she's talking about how she had her friends jump Star, just like Star said, that she got jumped by Cardi and her friends at that club. I forgot the name of it, somewhere up there in New York. And her friend Spotlight was the first to punch her in the face. You know what I'm saying? And the Cardi's friends, the girl she used to strip with, they did a tell-all video around that time that went viral, talking about how they jumped Star in the strip club. That's how Star and Cardi actually fell out. So when they tried to push that shit forward, I told Star, hey, just go live. When we get on the interviews, talk about how that you got jumped, and the motherfucker admitted it was a clip that Nick at Night, and I showed it on one of my channels, that Nick at Night, where Cardi talked about how she was there kicking Star. So that whole shit about the lawsuit and shit like that, that's why they had ejected Star, and it was some other shit that's even more darker. The reason why Cardi didn't want to go along with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Some sex trafficking allegations, believe it or not. You know what I mean? So she dropped Star, but it was because of the fact that they was even saying it was because of the fact that Star didn't get paid for the interview. And it was because it was on Tasha K's channel. All the defamation and shit was taking place for that. You know what I'm saying? So she was the one financially benefiting from the defamation in the majority. So it was basically, that's why the lawsuit was centered on Tasha K. But originally, Cardi did go after Star as well for the defamation lawsuit. But that's one of the things about it. Like, if you're hosting someone and they're defaming someone else's character, if I'm a guest on your channel and you defaming someone else's character, you're getting the AdSense, you're benefiting the things like that. That's why little slick motherfucker think they're getting off when they go into your channel, because it was like, hold up, I was on his channel and he was supposed to break up all this shit. But basically, it was over discussing and trying to make assumptions, insinuating. But even with VS, she was curving him about the underage girl shit. She was smart enough to do that. You know what I mean? But Audio kept pushing that kind of bullshit. But Audio got mad at me the last time I did it live, because Audio did do a tell-all that he slept with an underage minor while he was a man, even if he was 18, 19 years old. But that's what he tells us. But he did say that he got off some kind of way, but he was above the age of 18 when the altercation went down, when he got arrested with a minor. We don't know the age of the minor. We don't know the age. He said that the girl was 17, but we didn't see any records of that, like the age and things like that of that minor that Audio was with. But he admitted a few times on his own channel about, his experience when he got arrested, that, they was in a car having sex or whatever, and they did do it. And the girl was, white. The family was racist or whatever in that little part of California there was. And so I heard him say that at least 5 times, that little story that he talks about. All right. And it's already known that Audio was charged with being with an underage girl. Now, what he's convicted, where he's on probation, or whatever his sentence was, or whatever the judge did with that, we don't know. But we do know that he has admitted that happened. He admitted that he was over the age of 18, and he was with a minor. And then he got charged with that charge. So I can't see how I'm like, how did I fame Audio? Usually that make an assumption about a man that has a clean, impeccable record. And every girl you showed in your live stream is above the age of 18. And I would even go as far as above the age of 21. Okay? Everyone when you showed was probably above the age of 21 and legal. And there was only one chick that you showed on there that was doing anything that's slightly explicit. Well, yeah, you were doing something explicit. But that woman about 27, 25, 27, 28 years old, something like that. Maybe even 30. And so, like, that's the shit that I'm talking about. So this is how that shit started with the VS shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was just minding my business. I wasn't getting into the little thing. I was sitting back watching the whole little thing with Audio and Mia, Ken, and everything that was taking place in the beef sector, and Lemon and everything like that with, and then VS, threatening to put out Mia's information saying that Mia's already been doxxed, and they said Mia got to come and basically kiss the ring or suck her D virtually or whatever the fuck. And so I was sitting there watching that shit like, what the fuck is this? And some kind of way they kept tying my name into things more and more and more and more. And my name kept getting brought up. So all I did was come over here, clear up my name. And I've been through this type of slander before. And the thing is, if a person like Audio wants to go about saying certain things about me, I'm going to say forever every time I mention him, if he wants to have a back and forth. And I'm not going to have a back and forth for him, but I will remind him, because he's a weirdo, that he has been arrested and has admitted here online in this story time about being with a minor. It doesn't matter what happened with the courts. You did story time and said that you was with a minor and you was above the age of 18. BS has been arrested for jumping on an old lady's back. Octavius has been arrested for nothing and has never been arrested. At night, Octavius rests. That's it. But I ain't never been arrested for shit. I never know in the back of a jail car, back of a police car, and never been in jail, never been processed, never been fingerprinted. None of that shit. And it's because of the fact that, like VS said, she wants to find out who she's talking to. And a lot of black people have really fucked up past. A lot of us, if we have an impeccable record, they'll look at our parents. They say, what happened with your parents? Luckily, both of my parents never been arrested for no crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? My My dad got arrested one time for fishing without a license at Lake Okeechobee. Some wildlife fisherman officer, whatever the fuck it was, came along and said, you know, do you have a license to fish or whatever the fuck? He said no. And then he was out of jail like in 3 hours. Then they took him, and basically they took him to jail and he came right back. The officers dropped him back off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I remember something like, it was something, I was like 8 years old or something. But he went before the judge and he said, I'm a disabled veteran. And in the state of Florida, disabled veterans don't have to have license to fish. So the judge got upset with the officer. Said, you got a veteran here? And you like, man, get this shit out of here. You know, made the officer apologize to him. That's it. That's it for my daddy. Right? So I got a good hair. We had our own type of little struggles in our family and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I've been blessed with a good upbringing and a good family. But a lot of black people, because of the struggle, you know, post-traumatic slave disorder and things like that, it still affects a lot of black people to this day. We have a lot of dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that about my extended family with my cousins and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And cousins, uncles, you know, aunties, all that. And what they do is they want to dox you to find something that's very, very embarrassing about your past, or maybe your mother's past, your father's past, and they want to put that shit out there, and they want to berate you with insults and bullying about some of the things that you can't control. If you have been arrested for some things, you can't get in a time machine and correct that shit. You could have been living a great life. But what you got to understand, with people like ZX that are sitting there every day in that chair, that a lot of people are saying that he can't really get up and walk that well. Now, what Audio did do, he did pop ZX. He got a video, I think, on that Cargerstein channel where ZX is talking. And it was like Philadelphia Home Health Aid Service called. And he thought he was on mute, and they called about coming to his house. So ZX is disabled, and he has a home health aid. That's why he can stay up and go live any time of night. You know what I'm saying? He could be carefree or whatever the fuck. And that's why he claimed that he's retired. But he's in such a bad condition that he has a home health aid. That, you know, and what is the home health aid coming there doing? Managing his pain, washing his clothes, you know, making sure he eating right, making sure he not malnutrition, maybe even changing his pamper. I'm being real. And so ZX sits up there, and lately he's been making these AI women, these Google Gemini AI women, and that one picture that he came up with him and the woman together, like, you know, he looked like he's casket ready with a casket ready tuxedo on, and there was this black woman that looked like she's like 60 years old as well, with, you know, with gray hair. And their features are so AI generated, it was laughable. So he kept making this AI woman and posted it on his community wall, and like everybody was laughing at the old man. And a few months ago, remember, I had got on ZX. I was like, ZX, when you be live streaming, y'all know that Kiki will call me any fucking time and feel like she could just call. And she'll call right now and be like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, you on live stream? You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Well, I'll call. Okay, go ahead, finish your live stream. Whatever. like he has 0 interruptions. That guy could be on live streaming he could be live streaming all day. There will be 0 interruptions with him live streaming. Nobody's gonna come along and be like, okay, ring, 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 ring. And like as a man, you know, when your girl call or your wife call, you're like, okay, let me see what's up. You know what I'm saying? And your girlfriend really don't give a fuck about you being on the internet. If you're on the internet, you're just like, okay, I don't give a fuck about you on the internet, nigga. Like, yeah, what's up? I'm on a live stream real quick. What's going on? Like none of that shit. Or let me take this phone call. After I said that, remember when the nigga, y'all remember now, he would stop ever so often to act like his phone was ringing, and he would pick up the phone and act like he was talking to some woman. Yeah, baby. Uh-huh, baby. Oh, yes, baby. Oh. Yeah, baby. Baby. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Yeah. All right. Well, all right. That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? He did that shit for like 2 weeks, and now nobody's calling him. Now this nigga not talking about no girlfriend. This nigga ain't talking about shit. ZX is a miserable ass old man that's lonely as fuck. That's why he hating me, because he see me going on vacations. He see me with a pretty girl, and somewhere in his fucked up ass mind, he think that he has a chance to get Kiki. I don't know how. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how, but in somewhere in his mind, a lot of these niggas think they could be with Kiki. I don't know how. Even Audio said he could be with Kiki, whatever the fuck. But these are the people, and not even with LGI. Like LGI was sitting on the body shaming me. LGI, you know what I'm saying, has done some real fucked up shit lately. No one's paying attention, but it's the intentions behind it. Because everybody knows she's a liar. So she created a AI generated, I guess some kind of like news report or something like that. I guess with me. And I do want to see it. I know Vice Queen has a photo of it, has a screenshot of it or whatever the fuck. So I want to see it for shits and giggles. But she was over there doing the most, and she was making these disgusting videos. And I didn't watch 90%. I think I watched the last video that she did talking shit to me about I need to pay for the vacation or some shit like that. And she was even talking about washing her booty hole. And it was just like, you could just tell this motherfucker is crazy and sick and nasty. Okay. And even alluding to that, me and her had some kind of like romantic thing on the back end. I used to talk sweet to her. And I just have to, like, if you're a content creator, especially as a man, and you're a man or woman, if you're healthy, you have to be very careful about the people you entertain. And it is a lot more safer because, like, I talked to 74 is married. You know what I'm saying? And that's a plus for me because we're talking business and everything like that. And I never came off on some weird shit, and she never came off on no weird shit as far as, us talking on the phone about, YouTube and things like that. So it's just friends and talk about some YouTube shit. It's maybe a little YouTube drama, but it's more safe because that shows that person has more balance. But some of these people that you talk to online, what you'll find out that some of these people are in dire straits when it comes to their health. And I'm not shitting on nobody that got health issues, because I know there's a lot of people. And I think that's how I alienated some people, because I used to do these health reads and drag some people. But sometimes you're talking to a person. There's some of these people that reach out to you on YouTube and you're talking to them. Sometimes you're talking to a person that nobody in their family talks to, that they're totally alienated. And you're just thinking that you're talking to a normal person. This person is a hermit by force. And sometimes all they're doing is sitting there in that bed, and they may just have that home health aide that come through, you know what I'm saying, for maybe an hour or two, however long that visit is. And maybe a family member every blue moon, you know, but the majority of that time, 23 hours or 22 hours out of their day, there is almost zero human contact, zero human communication, direct human communication. So when you talk to some of these people that reach out to you on Instagram, from YouTube, you have to be careful because a lot of them, they already have an occult. They have this occult, not cult, but not a cult, but they already have a cult following for you. They already like you. They already have it in their head that you remind them of their favorite nephew, their favorite, or their ex-boyfriend, or their ex-girlfriend. You get my drift. So when you talk to these people, you gotta be careful because some of them are in such a situation where they don't have nobody to give them direct human communication. And then when they do talk to you, it's like they're overbearing because they're so happy to have a person on the other end to talk to them, right? And as far as YouTube goes, ZX dealing with his sickness and his chronic health issues or whatever the hell it is going on with him, okay? But he got to be in a situation where he's getting 100% disability. He got a home health aide coming to visit him. We seen the home health aide, and audio did get a recording of him talking to the home health aide people to come to his house for his visitation. It was for a visitation appointment. Okay? So you're dealing with ZX. That's a lonely old man that's scheduling visitations with his home health aide. That's his only human contact sometimes that's coming to life that he deal with. And people are often talking about like how VS is playing ZX. I mean, ZX is playing VS or whatever, or try to ask his and VS. But the thing about it is that I'm some kind of manipulator, but VS is talking with an old man that doesn't have a woman, don't have a girlfriend, that's obviously crushing on her, and is so happy to get lit and have some internet relevance in his dwindling years. And there's been rumors about him. There's been some bad rumors about him, about his health. You know what I'm saying? And said he's dealing with some serious health issues and things like that. Like there was a rumor about cancer and things like that with CX, whatever. You know, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But there was rumors about his health being very bad. That he's dealing with something very serious, and he also been in a lot of car accidents and things. There's been some serious car accidents. So and I know after the car accident, he did post a photo where he was like laying there like he was Tutmosis the third or some shit like that in the casket. He had his arms crossed and shit. Like, I guess he was doing some kind of Masonic bullshit or whatever the fuck. Masonic symbol or whatever, you know what I mean? Because he a Mason or used to be one. But he was laying there on like this hospital bed, and his car got completely totaled. I remember some shit like that. But after that, You know, that's when he started becoming a whole nother person. Like he was always a piece of shit, but he became even more of a sniveling piece of shit that he is right now. You know what I'm saying? Weak knee, jellyback. Like ZX has zero backbone. He don't stand for nothing. He's bragging about stalking and harassing Lemon and how he's going to call Lemon's apartment complex because he thinks that's going to impress VS. It's pathetic. ZX lives a very pathetic, lonely existence. Same thing with LGI. Lives a very lonely, pathetic existence. Okay? And like I said, you got to be careful when you talk to these people because they will feel like you're the only. Like sometimes if you talk to them on the back end, you're just thinking you're just talking to a normal person, especially if you're in good health. You got a good social life, you got a good family life, things like that, and you don't know what kind of despair that some people are living in and what kind of loneliness they're dealing with. And when that shit is cut off, they freak the fuck out. And they feel like there is nothing to live for. And that's what LGI did to me the other day. Just freaked the fuck out. Just completely freaked the fuck out. And I got even screenshots of LGI hitting me up. I went back to the messages. Hitting me up saying I'll pay you to make fake receipts. I got it. I got that shit. I'll pay you to make fake receipts. I was like, I don't know about that. But I'm only using LGI and GS to just let y'all know the kind of people that's out here, the kind of people that want to destroy your life. Like Mia, for example. Mia, if she stay around these reprobate ass bitches, Mia got a normal life. She lives in the Midwest in Detroit somewhere. And she got a normal life. She got a good job. You know what I'm saying? Probably some union benefits knowing Detroit. You know, at Motor City. And she looks young. She, you know what I'm saying? She has a freshness about her, whatever. If she hang around these evil motherfuckers like ZX and VS Icon, they're gonna do everything in their power, in my opinion. I wouldn't just say them, but the system of the beef sector will do everything in their power to destroy everything that she got going the fuck on. There is people out here still talking about the $14,000 that Mia had in the bank account. 14,000. All right. It's people that's in their 60s that are jealous of a girl that's like 32 years old, 33 years old. That got $14,000 in her bank account or her checking account, whatever account it was. But what I'm saying is, do you really want to be around these type of motherfuckers? Like even in the scripture, like they're saying, I guess the whole thing about it, VS is on this campaign to blacklist Octavius Prime. VS and I guess with the association of ZX. I guess because of the fact that she don't want me to be out here doing what I'm doing and saying what I'm saying, and I guess by me not being able to hit panels, is that people from the beef sector are not going to get the message that I'm saying what I'm saying on my channel. I've been past the point of seeking community online because the majority of the people in these spaces aren't in my class group in the first place. I don't know people like ZX in real life. I don't hang with people like VS in real life. Okay? I don't. I don't know of I don't know. I don't have an uncle. I don't have an older cousin that's playing at 60 years old that's playing on a 30-year-old's phone and stalking a 30-year-old gay man. Let him say it. A gay man, Lemon, from San Francisco. You say this man is gay, but you're calling his mother's phone. You're calling this man's apartment complex. And I had VS call me weird, but she's the one calling Lemon's apartment complex for no fucking reason. No fucking reason. I don't know motherfuckers in my age group that do shit like that. I don't know no motherfuckers at 60 years old that do shit like what ZX does. I don't. And I'm pretty sure if y'all can look around in y'all real life, ain't nobody doing that shit. Motherfuckers playing on the phone at goddamn 40, 50, 60 years old, 70 years old, playing on the fucking phone, looking up people's job, trying to fuck up a nigga job, just because they can. Just to attempt to do it. Calling people's parents and shit. Grown ass men threatening to rape women for entertainment. And like audio, maybe you felt like I was defaming you because I said, "Oh, audio, you have done that multiple times. I'll make your mom do this. I'll put this in her mouth and I'll F her. I don't know. It's all over there, bro." And like with audio, like if I wanted to like be like a mentor or some shit like that, but audio, I could just tell like he was an arrogant motherfucker. And he felt like he was like on some like he's better than I don't know, but it was like, bro, with the fucking like when I used to hear him talk, cause I said the same thing to Ken. I actually have talked to Ken about the sexual talk and shit like that. And who hasn't talked to Ken about the shit? But like with audio, like, bro, it wasn't a good look to begin with. Now that these people have doxed you and that you got sexual charges on you. You got sexual charges with being with a minor. I mean, the case is over and things like that, but that shit ain't gonna never leave you, bro. Especially when people have brought it to the internet, it's never gonna leave you. You can't come out. You really are like, it's tragic for you to come out here. It's tragic. It's like ZX saying Octavius is broke when ZX don't have no teeth. It's like saying like ZX is saying Octavius is fat when you can barely fucking walk and your back is fucked the fuck up. You probably missing parts of your own spinal cord and your fucking back crushed up. Your neck probably all crushed up and shit. You barely can walk. One leg probably longer than the other or some shit. If you got legs, who knows? Last I checked, my supposed big fat ass, I'm supposed to be the fattest nigga. I'm Fat Albert. But Fat Albert, y'all seen Fat Albert swimming. Y'all seen Fat Albert walking. Y'all seen Fat Albert out there marching in protests and all kinds of shit. Fat Albert is in shape. Fat Albert can go outside. Fat Albert got all his motherfucking hair. Fat Albert got a motherfucking girlfriend. Fat Albert is leaving the country soon. Okay? On a vacation. Everything I have said Those are things that ZX doesn't have. He don't have a girlfriend. He don't travel and go no goddamn place. We don't see that nigga walk. We know he been in an accident. We know he don't have no teeth. We know that he's bald. We know that he's angry. We know that he's lonely. We know that he's unloved. Okay? And he's mad at me. And his only thing he could do is sit up there and try to talk about how he can blacklist me from a sector and a group of fuck niggas. 99% of the people that y'all don't want me to panels, y'all don't want me to go hit in the beef sector. I don't fuck with them any goddamn way. If I do drop down in a beef sector panel, majority of the time it's a fuck nigga on the panel running my name in the fucking ground. For no fucking reason. And I feel the need to address that shit. I was never, and I've told Lemon that shit. I said, Lemon, I was Lemon's, a representative for his copyrights or whatever the fuck. But I never asked Lemon. Lemon would call me. I never asked Lemon to come to my channel because I didn't need the motherfucker. I never asked VS to come to my motherfucking channel before Kiki came around because I didn't need that motherfucker. I ain't asked no Lady Nika to come over to my channel. I ain't asked no motherfucking Pizarro to come to my channel. I ain't asked no motherfucking ODS to come to my channel. I ain't asked no King Roman to come to my channel. I ain't need no motherfucking Goosey to come to my goddamn channel. And when I'm cammed up on my main channel, my numbers are solid. Shit, sometimes I get like 500 fucking likes on the fucking video. More likes than niggas get views. So I don't need, you can blacklist me all you want to try to do, but I think I'm in good company with Diva Tomboyish. I think I'm in real good company with Diva Tomboyish or whatever. So, and it's all good. And it's not like you are my sector, beef sector. And if I do want to hit your link, I hit your link. But I rarely even see the opportunity and the chance for me to benefit from hitting majority of the people in the beef sector's link. And that's just the truth. Even with Treasure Lane, your greatest nigga in the beef sector, I got 8,000 views on my main channel. It's the last time I went live on a beef sector personality. I got 8,000 views. And this motherfucker got how many views? He got 3,000 on the first video. Then he came back and I think he got like 4,000 or maybe 5,000 on the second video. Yeah, I think he got 4,000, and I think the last one I had got like 3. Yeah, the first one 3. Yeah, we got 7. So he got 7,000 altogether talking shit. I got 8. And one WAP. I got 8,000 views in one WAP. And when I thought about it, I said I don't need that bullshit public on my fucking page. Talking about a nothing ass nigga, Treasure Lane. And I put the shit on membership. I put that fucking shit on membership. It got 8,000 views talking about the nigga, but I put the bullshit on fucking membership. Why? Because my people don't need to know who the fuck you is. That's why you niggas are over here. Now, I'm not going to rob the beef sector of anything. I will tell you the unmitigated fucking truth unapologetically because them bitches are scared of me. Them bitches gotta say that, hey, we're just going to ignore him right now. We're going to act like he's not here. You know, well, the subscribers are going to come over here and the content creators are come over here. And the thing is, the more that you try to call a cult mentality, the more they're going to be over here trying to listen to the truth. They're just going to say, who's going to tell the truth about this situation? Who's going to call out the bullshit? And if I have time in the middle of the night, my insomnia kick in, and I want to talk myself to sleep and kick you sleep, you might see me live for like an hour, sometimes 2 hours, however long, and I'll be over here talking that hot shit. Now, Lemon been stealing my little thing. Lemon is stealing my wording, bro. Lemon, you stealing my shit. Because now this nigga's over there talking about hot shit. And that clip what I showed with VS on the previous stream, when I put her in the back, I said, you can talk that hot shit in the back. You can pop that hot shit in the back. The very next day after I do the live stream, now the nigga is up there saying, pop that hot shit, pop that hot shit, popping that hot shit. I don't even think the rapper even used that term. That's some shit I came up with, popping that hot shit. And I stopped using that shit a long time ago. So the nigga, he saw my live and shit. The nigga was like, okay, you know, damn, I like the way Octavius son that bitch VS and shit. So, you know, Lemon is secretly laughing and probably watching my shit and like secretly laughing at me talking that shit about VS and shit. Like everybody else, you're a bully, bitch. The fuck? Hey, you know, they enjoy me being over here in the middle of the night sometimes, hitting the live button and just telling you, just reminding you, like, nigga, you are not her. You ain't her. Yeah, you the queen of the B sector. They say you the queen of the B sector, you all that shit. But you ain't never be an emperor, motherfucker. And I know y'all was jealous talking about, he's talking about he the emperor, he like God. He got like a God complex. I ain't over here, nobody's over here in my chat is, you know, I speak to people in the chat and things like that. I'm going to speak to y'all in a minute because I know a lot of people probably don't drop down. And I'll speak to y'all in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming through. Make sure you hit that like button. But I haven't been looking at the stream. But I'm not over here asking people for fealty, worship, and service. Come and bow down. I ain't asking a woman to chop off her titties virtually and become a man. And I ain't asking no grown man to become a bitch or you know, grovel to me. And I'm not over here worried about who come drop down in what chat or whatever the fuck. And I'm going to start dropping down in some fucking chats and shit just to piss you off. Okay? The thing is, I don't really drop down in chats like that because I don't be watching the niggas like that. I've been watching recently, but the other day I disappeared because I was actually some new AI shit came out for my computers, and you know I really don't even care to watch that stuff. Like sometimes I wasn't even caring to watch nothing because there really wasn't nothing really going on. You know what I'm saying? There really wasn't nothing going on as far as some really intense storylines or whatever. And the beef sector, as far as the content is fucked up because it's not naturally flowing because VS is trying to use the beef sector as a machine for her vendettas or her get right with certain individuals. For example, I guess ZX has, you know, requested that Binary be fucked over by VS and, you know, made to bow and be a bitch before VS or whatever. But like I said, with Binary, if he denounced me or whatever, I don't know him that well. But if he do it for whatever reason, I mean, bruh, you know, do whatever you think is best for yourself, as you know, as a man. But just know they're doing to just know, and this is my only advice, they're only making you do it to make you look like less than a man. That's it. That's all they're doing. They know that me and you ain't got no friendship like that. They know me and you ain't no, we ain't cool, we ain't buddy chum chum and all that kind of shit. We ain't, I never talked to you behind the scenes. I talked to that man 3 times in life. I enjoyed a few of his shows. I think I hit the link. I say, yeah, I like your show. No, I hit the link one day, and I'm up there. I think it was somebody else. I was trying to talk about something, and I think Goosey's up there. And Goosey is like the most relevant motherfucker I ever came across. Like, I mean, and like I said, for the life of me, I don't see what the fuck y'all goddamn black women see in that goddamn goofy ass young Jamaican boy for shit. And that's not me hating, but I was loving it, just trying to see for the sake of psychology and sociology. It's like, why did some of these black women find this guy interesting, whatever the fuck. And I'm like, this dude is a snore bore. This motherfucker will put your black ass to sleep. Okay? This nigga is a boring motherfucker. And then he'll start talking about housewives and talking about goddamn video games and shit. You know, how to beat this level on a video game. You know? I don't got no issue with Goosey. And also, let me go address People of Game. Like, People of Game, bro. Listen, fuck you and fuck your sector, bitch. Okay? Yeah, I got association with the black sector as well. But if motherfuckers like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about. Like, he tagged me the other day, like, Octavius really wants VS's attention and all that shit. So you don't see when she's calling my name and trying to make out some kind of weird ass shit with some damn picture in December. In the meantime, the hoe been doxing me for years and associated with bitches has been doxing me and said that she had my fucking doxing for it. We went over to the fucking AT2 channel. The bitch she admitted the other day she porn bombed a channel where me and Kiki was getting an interview in the entertainment sector. They're talking about that he tried to creep into the B sector. No, bitch, I'm Octavius. Last I checked. Shit. I ain't got no tag on my motherfucking ass. Said I'm Octavius. That'd be disrespect to the street sector to say I'm part of the B sector. Shit. In any other space I go, I'm Octavius, nigga. Yeah, so Peeper, he been tagging me tomorrow. I mean, and this is why the black sector is like y'all need to just give that black sector shit the fuck up. Like all y'all, it's like, could I revive the black sector by myself? Yes, I can. I can revive the black sector overnight. But it's a relic of the past. It's dead. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got Vic. You got all that. Vic can tell you the stories about this. LA is over there doing this, whatever the hell, and money with grain and all that. That shit was rocking out at one point. But with the attitude of the people that are representing the black sector that come around in other spaces, they are the most weak-kneed, jellyback motherfuckers on the fucking internet. And that is the reason why nobody gives a fuck. Like, yeah, you had the last holdouts, Lady Law and Buddy Lee. And when they went to Big O and went to go do something else, the black sector completely died on YouTube. Like, Lady Law was like the last holdout. For real. Lady Law and Buddy Lee was the last fucking holdout as far as a sector. And I used to wonder, I was like, well, like, nah, like, there's all these other people in the black sector and shit like that, that's around here. But the black sector have been eating the ass of the B sector for years. And then you only had, like, Lady Law and Buddy Lee holding out, having a little space over there and shit like that. But the rest of them niggas trying to be accepted in the LGBT sector. And that's a God honest truth. And ZX is like the biggest champion for that. Like, just by him being a submissive bitch to VS and saying that he done kissed the fucking ring, like, you can't even claim Black Sector no more. You're out there on your own. You just have to hope that Treasure Lane and VS just keep to their word to keep you around. But otherwise, like, the Black Sector Peeper game is fucking dead. It's dead. It's dead. And God bless Vic's heart. You know what I'm saying? God bless Vic Damone. But the Black Sector is fucking dead, bro. If I ask you, like, and then I know Vic Damone can give me an answer, but he'll probably give me an answer or whatever. But if I ask the people in the Black Sector, what does the Black Sector stand for? Crickets. Because, right, what does it, like, what Claude Diva standing on? Lies, slander, hate, jealousy, envy. If you want to really tell you what the shit stand for, it stand for fuck nigga shit. It stands for being a goddamn being an effeminate ass fucking man and having no motherfucking identity and bending over and giving evil an opening and being a goddamn butler for motherfuckers in the goddamn beef sector. So my origins are really in the conscious sector that merged into the Black sector at some point, but I'm conscious sector. I was conscious sector, merged into the Black sector at a certain point, but the Black sector is like kaput. And when I was dealing with the niggas in the Black sector, which were merged in, they don't even really, they're not around in the fucking Black sector. It's not like a coil, it's not like content creators or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a whole nother space, to be honest. Like Shook was in that, you know what I'm saying? Like in that space, and Queen's Throne or whatever. Claude Diva, MU, you know what I'm saying? They tied themselves into the conscious sector. But, you know, all in all, the shit is a fucking fail. I mean, the Black sector's dead. I mean, Vic, you know, Vic with all his flaws, you know, I can't say that the brother has went over there and just been like he done did all kind of trolling and shit, but Vic ain't never been nobody's punk. And I had said some things about Vic in the past, but you know what I'm saying, out of him trolling me. But you know what I'm saying? But as far as like, I ain't never see Vic be somebody's bitch. I haven't. I haven't seen Diva be nobody's bitch or get punked like that. I haven't. And there's some good content creators, and like Nikki Pope, a good content creator. I like Diet Melanin. You know what I'm saying? I had good, and nothing but good. I got nothing but good to say about Diet Melanin and her husband. They ain't been nothing but cool with me. It's a few people that were content creators in the Black sector that were, you know, good people. I never had like no real bad words with the mayor. You know what I'm saying? Like the mayor, all right. You know, I ain't never had no issues with him. Like no real issue. No, we had some shout matches. I think we had like one shout match, but I ain't never called him a name. You know, he never called me a name, and I ain't never called him a name. But it's because of the space. It's because of the content creators as a whole in the black sector. They have not. You know, you got Chucky. You know what I'm saying? Chucky from the black sector. You know what I'm saying? And I told China that the other day. I was like, the black sector when it comes down to the black sector, it died when Chucky got a job. When Chucky started like working, that's when you like used to see a jokey. You know what I'm saying? You had a jokey out here just to get hella numbers. You know what I'm saying? You used to see, Chucky had his own little, little troop of people, you know what I'm saying, that responded, either they responded, the ZX used to basically go back and forth with Chucky and shit like that. So when Chucky, left YouTube and wasn't going live like that, the black sector kind of like, the black sector died after that point, and later alive, they started doing all those competitions, and they was over there with Buddy Lee the last few years, and it was like kind of like a party situation. But then it just kind of like after like they started doing all those little competitions and shit. And Buddy Lee held out as long as he could. You know what I'm saying? This shit died, bro.
Mic off. Mic on.
Hold on, how long I been on? Yeah, Vic goes where the wind blows, yeah. Say now he's a stalker of Lemon. People need the law put on them. What's going on? The T Fairy, what's good? Oh, I never asked for any redirects. Yeah, you're right about that. So I'm looking at some of y'all comments. What's going on, Charlie Horse? Been seeing you leave some nice comments lately. What's going on, Shakim? What's going on, Miss Paulette? What's going on, Platinum? Who else we got here? We got 74 on the chat strong. Gallus. All right. Yeah, I never asked for any redirects, but all in all, so just to say this, that yes, VS, she says this is what she's to leave the internet soon. Yeah, she said that she's getting ready to leave the internet. And like I said, I think that them people on her, I think we on her ass. She getting her ass handed to her. And, it seemed like Lemon is starting to grow some nuts on him a little bit. I don't know. You know what I mean? I ain't having too much faith in him, but it seems that way. Yeah, I put out that education about P-bombing, and that is what's getting her basically out of her body. So what's happening is, VS knows she done fucked up. And for so long, she been in a situation where she could, like, be on that bullshit where she could play around with people information and shit. She could do this online bullying and shit. And see, when she came back, she was on that 2018 shit. She was on that ignorant shit where niggas was like stupid. Niggas ain't know nothing about like the law. They ain't know nothing about, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have, Google Gemini. It was like, I think that's unlawful. You know what I'm saying? Niggas had to get a dictionary. They had to go to the library to figure some shit out, talk to a police officer or something. I have a lawyer friend. But now, yeah, we got ChatGPT. We got the AI. And we could look this shit up in a minute and find out, okay, now what you're doing is illegal. And you out here basically taking the internet way too fucking serious. Taking the internet too fucking serious. And it's like, to be honest, I'm debating about going ahead and following that shit myself. The reason why is I don't want to see VS life fucked up. But the thing is, she wants to see my life fucked up. She think that shit is cheap. She don't like what ZX and her are doing, even to Lemon, or what they have done. That shit is disgusting. And I'm not even saying somebody that like I'm not here trying to cape for Lemon to be his representative or be his daddy or be his best friend or whatever the fuck. It's like I don't give a fuck about what Lemon does. Lemon could be online and he could talk all kind of shit about Octavius to say all kind of fucked up things, but I'm not here to destroy Lemon. He said, I hope that Binary don't do what VS and GFT want him to do about you, because when he thought he was going to lose his monetization, the first thing he called out, I was the first person he called out. Yeah, and I know that, you know. But like I said, he got to live with whatever decision that he's going to make when it comes down to, you know, how he going to look as a man, how he going to look, you know, like I've been in a position multiple times online, you know, and I quickly said no. Because ain't nobody, that's the problem. Nobody's out here to put myself in a situation or even my girlfriend in a situation and say that I'm going to turn your motherfucking lights off, bitch ass nigga. And ain't nobody going to support you. We got almost 70 people here in the chat at 4 a.m. on a channel. I'm not cammed up. None of that. I got almost 70 people here. And the only reason why they're here is because they want to hear me say what is not being said, which is the truth about things that could be said. But nobody's saying it because everybody's trying to go along, get along in a space where everybody's supposed to be able to speak whatever the fuck is on their mind. At least that would be the idea of beefing, is that, okay, you get out here, you say what you want to say. But I'm going to say whatever I want to say because for some reason, I have something in me that make me want to vomit up the truth about certain situations. Even with people that I don't necessarily like or I'm fond of, because I don't hate nobody. But there's a lot of people I'm not fond of, but I will speak fairly on their situations. Like even with the Lemon situation with his apartment, ZX is saying, I'm calling your apartment complex. And he was over with dead serious, like miserable. And like I said earlier, it's a lot of these people that are living home, they're invalids, and they are angry, they're lonely, they shitted on their kids, they shitted on their lovers, you know what I'm saying? They shitted on their girlfriend, their boyfriend, their husband, and everything. Now they're old and crippled and bitter. They got desires in them that they can no longer fulfill. Some of them were sluts. Some of them were whores, pimps, drug addicts, drunks. You know what I'm saying? You know, did wicked things to people, but now they laid up in the bed and they don't have the mobilization to do the evil things that they did or get the substances that they used to get on their own free will anymore. So they stay in a constant state of misery, and then see people like me and Kiki out, you know what I'm saying, taking a vacation, and they're mad. It bothers them. I've had a lady basically do videos and tag me. I had to block the tag because this motherfucker was tagging me about wanted me to know how they felt about me going to Disney World or me going to the Versace mansion and shit, because they basically laid there lonely in their own piss and shit. And they were evil people when they were like, listen, I've had family members when they got sick in their last few months of life. My family took turns being with them. It wasn't a lonely day, you know what I'm saying, for that person. We took turns going to the hospital, you know what I'm saying, being in the room, the visitation on fleek every day. Why? Because that person was a good person. That person was a loving person. We didn't give a fuck what we had to do in order to show love to that family member. To the day that that person died. But there's a lot of evil people, and a lot of these people are behind black screens, and they're trying to give you complex, calling you fat, calling you stink, they're calling you short, they're calling you weird looking, and all that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, they're up there in a pamper. They're laid up in goddamn pampers. Like LGR got up there and was trying to call me fat on ZX channel, I think yesterday. And LGR, you was in ICU less than a month ago. Sent photos of you in ICU with dirty socks, with tubes all down your throat, and you had the nerve to sit there and call somebody fat. Scars all over your body from all the different surgeries you done had, all the tubes that been in your body. And you want to get out here and body shame somebody? You want to talk about somebody's lifestyle when you barely are holding on to life? And the lies that you tell, it's like the misery that you've been through with the issues of not being able to breathe. It's because God has judged you and understood that the breath that come out your mouth is corrupt. It's lie. You're a liar. And in the scriptures it says he will shut the mouth of the liar. And he's definitely doing it in your situation. Last time I talked to LGI before this whole bullshit, LGI I said, listen, call me when I said, listen, save your energy. Because she sounded like she was finna check out. She was struggling to talk. I said, it ain't worth it. Because it sounded like she was dying to talk. But seeing what kind of evil person that lady is, I'm like, and the length she'll go through just to try to prove a lie that nobody believes. It is like, damn. So what I think, okay, so about FaceTime Jesus. How you doing, lovely one? What's good? I'm trying to say, Ken got excited because going after that person that don't do what they do is boring. Ken fights. I mean, Ken doing whatever he's doing. But as far as Ken, they had that whole thing about Ken being a predator and all that kind of stuff, and he's offended other people with the same thing he's been doing. And I said, the last place I'm going to campaign against Ken is in the goddamn beef sector. The last group of people that you want to talk to about Ken Nola is in the motherfucking beef sector. And that shit only popped off because he went over there and yelled at VS and Grown Folks TV. Then all of a sudden, niggas take a new interest in what Lee Q been talking about for the past 5 years. Oh, it was over 100 people in the chat. And when I used to go there with Lee Q, it'd be like 8 people. And there ain't no shade to her, but it's just saying, it just goes to show how fake these niggas is. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me. I appreciate everybody coming through. But I just want to come live and give y'all a, you know, I've been working hard, so like I ain't had the energy. Like it kind of got to me. I got 68 people here. Can we get the likes up to 50? I know half of y'all probably up there, like y'all laid there in y'all underwear and shit. But just grab your phone and just double tap the stream. That's all you got to do, and then just resume. But I appreciate everybody being here. But I just want to say to y'all that, yeah, well, like, I'm just say this, and I'm gonna close out. Where's VS Ops right now? There is nobody in the beef sector right now that's an op to VS. And I don't give a fuck about no history, about what happened in the past. There ain't nobody out here opping with her at all. And because this bitch is leaving, it wasn't because she got popped by the masterful Phi Babe or Kimmy or this person or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, and I'm not trying to shade nobody or no goddamn King Roman news and shit like that. That's why I used to laugh at that boy, because I knew King Roman was full of shit. Goosey being a good little boy. But that motherfucker fucked up with that porn bomb and shit. And I just came back to the sector, to the beef sector, and just preached and teach. And I told y'all, that nigga fucked up with that goddamn porn bomb and shit. And that David in California got rights. And David can prove that he has been proved, it's proved already that David has been cyber stalked by this group of individuals led by VS Icon. The P-bomb in itself falls under cyber stalking and harassment federally when it was done intentionally, and it was clearly done intentionally. But I don't know if like Lemon has started to understand that this little cycle of this torture that the beef sector is doing to him, with like fucking with his life, fucking with his mom, fucking with his court case, you know what I'm saying, lying on him and shit like that, it ain't ever gonna stop. And I'm not holding out much faith for Lemon. I'll be surprised if he actually grows some balls to do what he can do to stop this shit. But it is an organized effort at this point, especially when it comes down to Jay Dunn, because she said, I'm going to let Jay Dunn take over. That's organized. That's organized crime. So, like, they're backing that guy up against the wall. His mom being fucked with on the daily. Got ZX trying to think that he's a big bully and shit like that. And weirdos might find themselves in a jail cell or doing some community service or some shit or having a fucked up record or getting their fucking benefits turned the fuck off. They keep fucking around playing these stupid ass internet games. So that's the only reason why VS is checking the fuck out is because she done played the internet games. Octavius done popped the ass when it came down to, you know what I'm saying, playing these internet games, exposed her. And now people done got wise to her game. And everybody got the information to get her ass locked the fuck up because her stupid ass got on the goddamn stream and put out adult content to Palm Bomb Lemon's channel. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person. And I know Shakim got the clip. You know what I'm saying? We already saw that. The unredacted shit. So Shakim, that bitch even shot like, you gotta do this to me and whatever. Hey, nigga, you already know what it is. Shit. I know she loving on you right now. That's the reason why she went over there loving on you, because she's probably thinking I played your clip. No, I got my own clip. And I showed that image that was in 4K. I recorded it in 4K. The only thing about it, my computer is on a regular TV, so I had to change it to HDR mode. So that's why, like, when I do the screen share, it looks a little cloudy or whatever on this computer because it's on HDR mode. I don't know how to like fix it where OBS can like make it look like it's HDR all the way through. But that's what's going on. So he was on a panel this morning sending VS information on Lemon, and I don't care what he needs. Paperwork on him as well. They need to learn. Yeah. Well, I think that the truth is, I believe that ZX is just dealing with like severe mental illness and depression. I think he's dealing with what they call clinical depression. In my assumption, because I've seen that with some older men that live like him. Like he don't have family contacts. It's not like he's taking time off to like be with his family. That guy be on every live stream from pizza to like, I don't know if Binary allow him on the panel, but if he's not allowed to hit a link, it's like it breaks his heart. So that's why they think, well, me not hitting links, you know what I'm saying? I've been not giving a fuck about no damn YTC. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got no problem with her or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, I don't like, oh, let me go, I have to hit what YouTube camera's link or whatever the fuck. I don't give a fuck about them people links. I don't give a fuck about no Pizarro link. Give a fuck? Them niggas already know who the fuck I am. All I gotta do is go live on my channel. And damn it, everybody, 89%, I'll say 95% of the niggas in the beef sector are already subscribed to my main channel. If I wanted beef sector people in my fucking chat, all I gotta do is click the live button and talk about a nigga from the beef sector, and they'll be there. Period. If I wanted some attention, I'll get a message out there. But I damn sure not looking for community. Majority of the motherfuckers are snakes. They're backstabbing motherfuckers. They're low lives. They're the bottom of the barrel society. They're fuck niggas. They're weird ass bitches. You know what I'm saying? They're homosexuals that can't get dick. You know what I'm saying? And lesbians that can't lick no cooch. And they're mad at the world. Okay? Majority of them. Not saying everybody. I'm talking about the CCs. But yeah, we done been on this little thing over here. I've been tired, but I want to come live and just like tell y'all what I felt about what's going on. when it comes down to you know what's been going on. It really haven't been that eventful. Next time I come live, I may not. I don't know. I'll probably go live early tomorrow if I can. I'll probably go live early tomorrow, but I'm definitely not gonna go live Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But maybe sometime tomorrow I'll go live if there's anything that's eventful. But you know, I'm doing this low level content, you know what I'm saying, which is low effort. It just required me to just watch a little bit of these niggas acting the goddamn fool. And I just come over here and tell you how they act in the goddamn fool. Alright, y'all, peace. Please hit the like button.